What's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning back in to another episode of Florida Prison Talk. I'm your host, Easy Win, and we back in New York, in the New York State Department of Corrections. We got my boy Ed right here. Introduce yourself, bro.
Okay, I'm gonna give a shout out to the web world. It's my first time out here doing this. My name is Indio Malone. I'm up here in the state of New York. I did some real hard time, and a salute to all the good gangsters out there. You heard?
That's what's up. That's what's up. Without no further ado, we're gonna get right into this, man. So how long did you do in the New York State Department of Corrections?
Well, throughout my entire life, I did like 35 years, but I just finished doing 22 straight. I just did 22 years.
Okay, and how many parole boards did you go to before you got out?
They made me go to 3 boards, 3 parole board hearings. And on the last one, I guess they just got tired of telling me no. And they let me go, man. I'm here.
All right.
You know?
Yep. Was it every 2 years you went?
It depends. Nah, I went 2-2-1. So they hit me 2 years the first time, 2 years the second time, and then that third time I went, it was only a year. So I had a good feeling that they was about to let me go on that third one because of that year. Okay,
got you. All right. And we're gonna get right into the Department of Corrections with this one. When was you from New York City?
Yeah, from the city, uptown, Washington Heights, babe.
Okay,
Dominicans. That's right. The Heights. I know you heard about that in Florida.
Yes, sir. Yes, and I'm originally from New York, and I've been through there a few times.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm from Westchester, though. But yeah, so
I went to school in Westchester.
Oh yeah, where at?
New Rochelle, Iona.
Oh, listen, I'm from New Rochelle. I lived in a project, Hartley Housing Project. I've been to Iona so many times. They got that green turf, nice football field. Iona's on North Avenue. Yes, sir.
You know,
all right.
Out there? Like,
so listen, okay, so listen, what was your first year going to Rikers Island?
All right, my first year, you talking about back then or now? On this bit. What you want to talk about?
Back then, your first time ever hitting the island.
That was back in '88. That's when things were still real. Rikers Island was Rikers Island. Not even Alcatraz could touch Rikers Island back in the '80s and the '70s. You heard? Even still in the '90s, it kept popping. I got bumped in to 674. I did a city bid. Is what they call a year, and they made me do it in the 6th building. I think it was in the 6th building. So I did a whole 8 months for my first time all on the island. That was the first time I met or I was introduced to what Rikers Island was, you know?
Oh, yes. And what kind of happening at Rikers Island at that time? What was going on? Was people getting cut? What was happening at that time at Rikers Island?
That cutting thing didn't come till the little boys started playing on wannabe gangsters, that cutting thing. We used to be men and we used to have knives, straight like that. It was either a big piece of lockup, a nice piece of steel, you know what I mean? But we wasn't running around cutting people in the face and all that little scratching, you heard? Because men know you touch another man is either life or death. So all the scratching things, what was that? Nah, back then we had no parts of that. No parts of that.
Oh, perfect.
Well, there's a will, there's a way.
Yes, sir. All right. So, listen, when you first went to Rikers Island, did they have gangs back then when you first went? How was the situation with the organizations? Did they have them when you first went in '88?
Yeah, they was definitely clicked up, but it was more of a hood thing. Manhattan was repping Manhattan, the Bronx was repping the Bronx, Brooklyn was repping, you know what I mean? Brooklyn, Queens was repping Queens, you know what I mean?
Right.
Once the boroughs started dividing themselves is when things got worse for the convict, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But you know how that white man think, you know what I'm saying? Divide and conquer. You know?
Yes, sir.
So,
Yep.
so that's what had happened. They infiltrated. Psychology that they wished to put upon us started seeping into the psyches of these convicts. I say like in the mid-90s, where where now they think they all gotta click up, like 30 clicks. You need 30 clicks to survive in a prison.
Got you.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You got 2 set of balls and your knife, and that's all you need, dig?
That's right. That's real, man. That's real. So listen. When you first went to Rikers Island, how long did it take before you got in your first incident? Was it popping off the day you got there? Talk about that.
I see. My situation was different because I already had beef. You heard? I had beef because I was trying to set up shop. See, I was trying to set up shop in the Bronx and Lower East Side. So I already had enemies anyway. You dig? So as soon as I came in, it was you just feel it like, oh yeah, he know you. Oh yeah, that's part of that this nigga crew. So yeah, it was as soon as I went in on the hold on, let me tell you how it happened. Oh, remember back in 80 and when we had those what you call it, the colors, the clothes,
movie,
colors, Banana Republics and all that. Remember that?
I was like 4 years old. I'm younger than you.
Oh man, you make me feel ancient, man. Oh man, B. Now the Benetton and all that. Somebody tried to test me for the shoes. That's how it started when I went in for that silly bid. But then it kept escalating because I had beef all over.
Okay.
All over, you know what I mean? But
right.
all you gotta do is stand tall, babe. E. That's all you gotta do is stand tall, E.
That's
you know
right.
I mean?
Right. Yep. And
yeah.
I keep on hearing about Rikers Island, and I can't help but to ask you about this. I keep on hearing people speak about the phones. Was the phones really that big of a deal at Rikers Island?
Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. You got try to understand that when you put in together under the circumstances that we found ourselves in prison, young men full of testosterone and trying to get the frustration out, and all they have is one phone in there, that is a problem.
That's a fact.
That is a problem. You dig? Because a man had to be a man in order to get on that phone, and every man had his own situation to deal with, even if he was a pussy or not. You know what I mean? And there was only one phone. You dig?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I forgot who said this, but the best lesson you could teach another man is the most violent one, you dig? And that, when you're on the island, that is epitomized. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
That phone was a motherfucker, babe. It still is.
Yeah.
So still is.
So before you went to Rikers Island that first time, when you knew you was going to Rikers Island, was you a little bit nervous of the unforeseen? What was going through your chest when you knew you was going to Rikers for the first time? How was you feeling after everything you heard about it? Was you nervous?
Man. Whoever tell you they wasn't nervous, and they be lying, you heard?
That's a fact.
Whoever told you they wasn't nervous, they be lying, you heard?
That's a fact.
Anytime you go into any unknown situation without feeling a little bit uneasy, you're full of shit.
Got you.
Because you don't know the circumstances, you don't know what's gonna happen, you don't know nothing. Of course, you're gonna be a little nervous, uneasy. You there?
Yes. So we're gonna 3 parts to this series right here with you. So this is gonna be part 1. So I'm gonna move into the New York State Department of Corrections. You get what I'm saying? Right. I want to ask questions about the New York State Department of Corrections. On your last bid that you got the last bid, you got 18 to life, correct?
Right.
Okay. After you caught that bid, and you went, I want to say the Rikers Island stuff for part 2 and 3. After you caught that bid and you went upstate, what was the first facility you hit?
Believe it or not, I got lucky. I went to the swing, Sing Sing. I got my letter from downstate, the A number 98A, and then they shot me up to Sing Sing. They said it was sweet because it's the closest max to the city, literally a train ride away. You dig? See, so the dangerous thing about something like that is that individuals, no matter how gangsters they say they are, they want to stay close to the city by their families. You dig? So all that mouth is just wolf tickets. You dig? Because they're gonna tell. They're gonna turn around and tell because they want to stay in that prison. But when I went up there, I don't want to name drop because I don't know if they want to be heard on the on this net without their prior, you know what I'm saying, authorization. But there was some heavy hitters with me in Sing Sing in 98. You did 97, 98, 97, 9. There was just a war in Clinton 97, so they shipped everybody. So in 98, dudes that were around, they tell you there was a squad down there. You heard some real men down there. You heard?
Okay.
Dudes were walking around with 007s. You heard?
What's that?
You from the city? That's that big night, the 007. Don't you remember that? That you go. Blah,
oh yes.
The
Serious?
007, remember that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Wow. So it was going. So when it was going down as soon as you got there. Real quick, I gotta ask you this: are you are you with an organization?
I'm with a brotherhood.
Okay, which brotherhood are you with?
Let's just say I'm Dominican, you know?
Got you. Say no more. Right. Okay, so once you got to Sing Sing, talk about Sing Sing, man. What kind of stuff was happening at Sing Sing? What kind of wars was happening?
All right, listen. What you got to understand is that the type of weaponry that was running around in the yard, dudes were more respectful to each other because of it. People would think that because there was more knives and there would be more violence. On the contrary, you stand your ground because you know that if you ever stood on that scratch line, it could be your life. Dudes, all that is over. You dig? So you're gonna respect the next man to the fullest, as long as he don't disrespect you. But know that if you gotta stand at that scratch line, my niggas, do or die. That's it. You dig? And that's how it's always been. I mean, this is the way they taught me to do this. And to be truthful, as long as I could keep my head up high, I did it right, man. You heard?
Did you get involved in any incidents at Sing Sing that you could speak about?
Absolutely. Let me see how I could word this. All right, check it out. There was in the yard, they're concrete yards, by the way.
Okay.
It was over a softball game. There was some money being paid, betting one Spanish team versus the next Spanish team. It was some real heavy money, right? So, you know, when it's money like that and the competitiveness is high in the prison setting, things could get hectic, you know what I mean? So I say that to say that game didn't end up a game. We all ended up in the box, about 37 of us, you heard? And when I say us, I mean both sides, you know what I mean? Because that's the way it go. It don't be like, yo, you just, unless you're absolutely outnumbered 1,001, then that's different, you know what I mean?
Right.
But like 37 of us went down, and it was all behind a call. Umpire made a call, and I forgot what team disagreed and this and that. So heated arguments came, and it's over.
Right.
It's over. Once it's over, you're done with. You're done with. Because dudes were not having any disrespect, man. That's what it boiled down to. You dig, man?
Got you. Yes,
That's
sir.
it. That's what it was, y'all.
So 30 y'all went to the box. Did you get transferred after that?
I would say approximately like 30. Huh?
Did you get
I'm
transferred after that?
Absolutely. Went to the pound. Went to what they call a box, the hole.
Okay. And you was in the hole in that same facility?
For about 3-4 weeks into see what they do is they have a hearing. Like you go to a trial. Okay. Literally. So you get what they call a misbehavior report, and they have certain tiers, like levels of infractions. You know what I mean? The worst to little. So once that hearing had tier 3 for fighting knives and whatever, once that hearing was over, they kicked me out to jail. So they sent me up to this new place they opened up called Upstate Correctional Facility.
Okay, Upstate.
Yeah, you ever heard of that? You ever seen that?
I heard Upstate. My brother talked about
it. That was Pataki that did that. Pataki put hundreds of millions of dollars into these prisons up there in all those places where they can't find any jobs, you know what I mean? So they built prisons, and the type of prisons that he was building were absolutely super modern, like futuristic things, you know what I mean? $250 million, you tell me.
Wow.
That was Upstate. All electronic doors and the cameras and all of this and all of that, you dig? Right. So after you put such an investment, there's no way you're gonna let that fail. So they have jobs forever. Do you understand what they did?
Yes, sir.
And they don't put it anywhere. They don't put it anywhere where we at. Where we could get some money. No, they put it up there because they can't get any type of jobs up there. You dig?
Yes, sir.
That's the problem. Right? So yeah. So I got shipped out.
Okay.
I got shipped out. Went to the box. Upstate. I did when I did that time, 18 months.
Wow, 18 months?
In the hole, absolutely. I did 3 years in one shot. When Jerry, you know Jerry, the boy that hooked me up with you, Jerry?
Yes.
He could tell, I did one shot, 3.5 years of box time. I'm not even kidding to you that I did more time in the hole throughout my bid than I did in population.
Wow. So you say you did 3.5 years in the box, but what was that for? What'd you go to the box for that long for?
And that was from a riot in Elmira.
You serious? Can you speak about the riot if you could talk much as you can?
Sure. Right. If you stand for something, right?
Right.
Then stand for something. You did?
Yeah.
So anytime that you be tested, you gotta stand up. Know what I mean? So in Elmira, what we had was a big riot in the yard. Gangs were at it, and just went at it, and bad blood. Feelings were it was just a bad type of environment there, and a lot of hatred, a lot of and so that was probably one of the biggest riots I ever been in. There was like,
real? Yeah.
Literally, what? They were shipping dudes out right then and then, literally from the yard to a bus, to another box, to another jail. And without your property, you get that. If you get that, you get that 2 weeks from now. It was hectic.
How many people was involved in that riot? Would you say?
Damn. I'll say close to 90.
Damn.
Facts. Just imagine you in a yard, right? You're in a big yard where they got the baseballs and the basketball courts. So you outside, literally, you outside. Everybody's trying to be outside. You dig?
Yeah.
So they were already out there. People were already out there. It was like 300-400 people out there that night. And somebody lit the fuse. And there we go.
Went down.
And there we go.
So listen, and I asked everybody this question about New York. Has it ever been a situation where you was in a cell and you knew that once that cell popped that morning that it was going down?
Oh man, hell yeah, come. Hell yeah, man. And you know what's sad? You know what's sad? That not only those instances is that almost every day of your life behind those bars, you have to be ready like that. You have to be ready mentally, at least. When that door opens, that cell door crack, you don't know what the fuck could happen. You don't know what the dude in the cell next to you decided to do that night. You did?
Yes.
You feel me?
Yes.
So it's like you, dude, you have to be ready. You have to. Now, as far as like it's been called, like, check this out. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. There was a riot in Auburn. And what they do in Auburn, when they go to recreation, they separate the blocks. You dig? So if one block is outside, the other one's inside locked up, you know?
Yeah.
So that block popped off in the yard. So that means dudes that I know popped off against an enemy. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that means that you know that when that cell crack, go. You
Got
dig?
you.
Feel me? Go. Because if you stay, it's worse.
Okay. Explain that, what you say, if you stay, it's worse. Explain that to the viewers.
All right. All around the board. All around the board, like I said, first you stand on your own too. You dig? Right? Because I hope your pops is not your pops, your grandpops is not your grandpops, your older brother, your uncle. Somebody taught you at least a little how to be a man, how to stand on your own 2 feet, right? So, okay, I didn't want to lose my thought. I want to separate, because they're all jumbled right now. Okay.
Right.
Somebody taught you how to be a man, right?
Right.
And okay, let's backtrack. Ask me the question again.
You said that it popped off in the yard, so that meant that, because y'all wasn't at the yard at the time, you meant that it's gonna pop off when the gates pop. And you said that if you stay, it's worse. And I said, explain to the viewers. Okay.
Okay, absolutely. The thing about prison is that God's very observant. They're always analyzing, always trying to find a chink in your armor. So you might think they're not looking at you. You might think they're not analyzing. You might think they're not sizing you up. And best believe they are. You feel me? So if you were to stay back after all the rah-rah you just did a few weeks ago, that you stand for yours, that you Dominican, that you Puerto Rican, that you this, that you know what I'm saying, you black, you orange, you yellow, and and the orange left, and you stood in your cell.
Right.
You's a bitch. So not only to yours, the ones you swore to be loyal to, look at you and want to hurt you. The others the others that have nothing to do with this, looking at you now as well and saying this name number, but a bitch.
Right.
So at the end of the day, you might as well go. Feel
That's
me?
right.
Unless you're comfortable being a bitch.
That's right.
Feel me?
Yep.
That's what I meant. You might as well go.
Got you. So you said the cells, so once it popped off there, as soon as the cells pop, it's going down automatically. And all parties know that's what's about to happen.
Oh, no, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Because like every day I'm watching you. Every day we watching who's clicked up with who.
Okay.
Know what I mean? So you know, so I know who I know who down with. You know what I mean? Yo, Ezekiel down with the blase. Yo, Indio's down with blase because you're with them every day. It's like, you know, you hang with, you break bread with those you have more in common with. Those that believe the same things you believe. You dig? That's who you with, right?
Yes, sir.
You feel me? So everybody's watching.
Gotcha.
So that's how it boils down.
Okay.
You you have to maintain, I would say, not an equilibrium because you end up losing your brain, but I would say you have to maintain, yeah, man, let's say you have to keep it on an equal, knowing self and knowing my organization, you feel me? So I know who I be, I know what they be, because they represent the same thing I represent. You feel me? And
Yeah.
today, show wise, we good.
That's
know
right.
What I mean?
Yeah.
So that's how it be.
Bro,
that's how it be.
Doing good, man. Doing really good, man. Listen, how many different institutions have you been to upstate?
I know Jerry told you. I said, listen, Brian, E. This is my God. This is the God honest truth to my saints, right? I'm gonna let my hair grow. That's why I look so nappy, okay. Right? So please excuse me.
Oh, good.
To my saints, right? I've been in every single max in the state of New York at least twice. Indio, my Lord. And not only have to tell you that I'm lying, Ezekiel, those who know, not only my clique, but the cliques I banded with, against with, they know as well. Yeah, that nigga ain't lying.
Okay.
You know? So,
gotcha.
All these dudes, I check this out. The other day, man, I did a freestyle thing, and I'm saying, bro, since when did we? No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna take that back. Boom, throw it back on the floor. Bang. since when did real men, right, start emulating these fake ass artists? When I grew up, they were emulating us. They were telling stories about us. You dig?
Yes.
Now
yes.
you got these little kids running around, right, telling stories about them, but they're rappers. They're fantasy. You dig?
Yes.
What you did, what you say they did, I did that. I'm from the Heights, Dominican, first generation born, homie. First generation born. The swag that I learned in the Heights, there's no other place on the planet that I've ever seen. I've been to Miami, I've been to Florida. I mean, not only Miami, down Florida, I've been to Cali. You dig? I've been up to Texas. You dig?
Yeah.
And swag, you can't take it from them. Yeah? You can't take that from me.
Yes.
So
and I've been to the Heights a bunch of times, yes, sir, to get what I needed. Yeah. And listen, real quick, I gotta ask you, you say you've been to every institution. Out of all of those institutions you've been to, which one would you say was the worst as far as the violence with inmate on inmate? Which one was the worst institution?
See, the thing is that the maxes could pop off at any time. So I can't say which was the worst inmate on inmate because it's gonna happen anywhere, everywhere. Okay. I would say the most dangerous places, and I'm gonna tell you why. To me, this is me speaking, the most dangerous place, right? Yeah. And I'm gonna give you my rationale. People say Attica. Okay, true. Yeah, Attica. That's true, Attica. They get it on, we get it on. Yeah. Me, Auburn. And I'm gonna tell you why I felt Auburn was the most dangerous place, because you could walk right out your cell to the yard without getting checked. You did? And that's every day, all day. So you could imagine what's coming out those cells into that yard.
That's a fact.
The type of shit that coming out from the industry, metal shop, to that yard. You did?
Yes.
That's what I was looking at. I wasn't looking at, because they got the magnometers here, magnometers. Nah. Dudes were bringing swords to that yard, man. You dig?
Yeah. Dang. And so with that being said, what kind of things did you see at Auburn? With that being said, can you talk about an incident you've seen or you might have been involved in? If it's that easy to bring weapons, I know it was going down.
Yeah. We don't have to say name because it happens. We all know. They know what I did. I took out, anyway, no. Reverse. Check this out. There was an instance where I seen the dudes, I get knocked out with blade. You know what's even more impressive? They were going gun to gun, knife to knife.
Okay.
Kid got lucky, whatever, boom, he hit him. Bang, hit him in the eye, boom. That dude, right, kept fighting, right? He kept going at it with one eye holding his eye, and he's going with the gun at the other one. You did?
Damn.
That's how crazy that shit was. I remember one time where three dudes jumped this pedophile dude for some reason. I don't know, whatever, man, because I don't get into the politics and of pedophile this, pedophile that, whatever. Bro, they killed the dude. I'm not even, they killed him. Stabbed him like
serious,
man. At least 90 times. And what police gonna do when you got three fucking young crazy kids, because they're only in their 20s, we in their 20s, full of hatred, working out. All they could do is say, stop. In all reality, you feel me?
Yes.
Then they bring 50 of them. When they bring 50 cops, it's different. That's when you, but they hit this boy so many times that was incredible, bro.
Wow.
I seen warriors, literally warriors, take on 2-3 dudes on. I personally, dudes could tell you about me. So I was boxing, kickboxing when I was a kid. So the science behind the knife in your hands, it's the same thing, B.
Right.
Who's talking? Nah, listen, bro, you was good with your hands when we was kids. Because when we was kids, that's what you was doing. It was knuckle up.
Right.
You was knuckling up. Like you had to fight. You had to fight.
That's right.
So you go behind the wall and they put a knife in your hand. You dig?
Yeah.
Not that hard to get used to it because you already knew how to move your hands. Or you should have. You should have, yeah.
Right. And listen, with all this talk about the knives and the gun to gun and stuff, was you ever able to get a fair fist fight while you was in there?
Absolutely.
You could still get those? Okay.
Absolutely.
I mean, can you get a fair fist fight outside of your organization? That's what I want to know.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. There's still men.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, so okay, I'm thinking
on each. There's still men and cool-headed heads in each organization. You have your thinkers, you know what I mean? Dudes that know how to move, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, when it comes to the knife game, that means in the knife and this cutting game, you know, dude, once you cut somebody that's belong to me, you dig, and you in another black man, I mean, once that happens, it's over. You dig? There's nothing else to talk about. There's no peace treaties. There's nothing. Now, fist fight, all right, yo. All right, they had a fight, whatever, you know what I'm saying? All right, yo, they want to go back at it one-on-one. That could always be remedied, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Once you pull out a knife or you cut somebody, you stab somebody, it's done. There's nothing in my eyes, never. There was nothing ever to talk about. There was nothing ever to talk about. You could be in another jail, you dig?
Yeah.
Like situations right now, there's certain organizations that can't walk into certain jails. You did?
Yes.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. I want you to learn something. I'm gonna learn you something, man.
Yes, sir.
When there's a clique that has 23, 27 soldiers in one particular jail, right? In comparison to a clique that has 200-300 in that jail, you dig? Right. And that 27, I ride with that 27 as long as they all go out, you heard? And that has happened. See, that has happened where literally all of mine have left, or all of his have left. Now, of course, you could take over the jail. There's none of us left. We all went when it was time to go. You feel me? Right. So we all left out of there with our head up high. You dig?
Yes.
Know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Now when there's 3,000 of you, okay, I'm gonna say now when there's 200-300 of you, and there's none of me, you dig? Oh, of course you're gonna want to be tough. Of course you don't want to let nobody into that jail. You dig? So now you want to abuse on that person. You dig? Oh, because you know that he's affiliated with the other shit that happened. You dig? He can't come in. You feel me?
That's right.
Of course. You got 300.
That's right.
You left. I left. You stayed. I left. I did what I was supposed to do. You feel me?
Yes.
And now because you're now because they got all the numbers, oh, of course you're not gonna let nigga. Whatever.
Yes.
But that's the weak-minded individuals.
Yes. And let's hit that like and subscribe button. I want the viewers to tune in. If you have a teenage son, let your teenage son tune into this. What happens when you go up in the mountains in any state? Listen to what's going on right here. I'm gonna ask you this question real quick. Listen, has it ever been a moment? We speaking gun to gun, and for the viewer that's not from New York, gun to gun is like knife to knife. Has it ever been a moment where you seen somebody give another person the opportunity to go get their knife and knife fight? Does that happen? Like, okay.
Absolutely. Back then, not no more. You did?
Okay.
Back then it was more, there were more men. You dig? There were more men. When I say men, that wasn't afraid to lose or to win, to lose or win, you know what I mean? Or take a draw. You know what I mean? So they'll be like, yeah, go ahead, yours. Go ahead, go get yours. Yeah? I'm gonna wait for you right here. You know? But not no more, not like before, bro. Not like before. That's just not like that before. Before
so you've seen the transition. Tell me what the difference was when you first started going upstate until when you got out. What changed in the prison system during your time in those 18 years? What was the biggest change you've seen? Was it what was the biggest change? Was it the young kids in there?
The caliber, not the young kids, because I was young when I went. The caliber, of men. No, the caliber. I'm not even gonna say men. The caliber of human beings walking in through that door went down the drain, baby. Every year I see worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And you be like, yo, what's going on in society, man? I mean, really, man. You feel me? Okay, let's put aside all the educational things we talk about, the vocational opportunities. Now we're talking about the very mobile fiber that is the family unit. Bro, when you got hundreds, thousands of young men coming through looking to join an organization because they have no motherfucking foundation, they have no guidance, man, society we fucked that shit up, man.
Yeah. That's right. Yes,
so
sir.
Year after year, man, started getting worse and worse and worse.
So did you ever have to put a couple of young kids in check a few times? Are you able to talk some situations out? Have you ever? Okay.
I mean, yeah. I mean, of course, man. I mean, there's a lot of things that if you were to sit down and analyze and say, damn, like me, I did this plenty of times, man. I'm in the pound, I'm in the hole. I'm like, damn, B, only if I would have told them this. Know what I mean? Right. Damn, only if I would have done this, I could have avoided being here. I could have avoided catching a new bee. I could have been avoided getting cut. I could have been avoided stabbing some. I could have been avoided getting cut or getting stabbed or getting beat up or getting jammed or losing my property or losing my visits. I mean, there's always a way to talk it out. You just gotta find it.
That's right. That's right. Do the younger inmates in the New York State Department of Corrections have respect for the older inmates that's been down for a long time? Do they have respect for the older inmates that's been down? Or they just reckless?
It varies. I mean, it varies. I mean, that's subject to the individual or the type of jail you in. Know what I mean?
That makes sense. Okay. How about corruption, man? Have you ever been beat up by a guard?
I won a lawsuit behind that in Attica.
Oh yeah, talk about it, man. What happened?
1987. They broke my ribs, bro. Listen. The worst places to get your ass kicked in the state of New York, and dudes that are listening to me know, who are listening right now, are gonna agree about what I'm gonna say. Comstock was number one. Comstock. When this guy was there, oh man, I'm gonna remember the name.
Okay.
And then Attica, and then Clinton.
Okay.
Those three spots were hands-on. Hands-on. Hands-on, babe. And what's sad too, though, that I've seen this plenty of times, man. You got these dudes clicked up, 6, 7 of y'all. They pick one of y'all out, put them on the wall, do whatever they do, and you walk on by. I got a lot of all respect for you. All respect. You could talk all this, yo, I love you, my brother, yo, banging, yo, we banging, all this gorilla shit. And your man just got pulled down and got his ass kicked, big, by that devil.
Damn.
You know, I'm not saying be Superman.
Right.
You could have made a stand, though. You could have made a stand right there, though. Dig? Even if you just got a call, ask for a sergeant, y'all want to speak to a sergeant, y'all want to speak to a lieutenant, yo, nah, yo, out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not even that. So then how you swore, how you loyal to me? How me and you bros? How I mean you brothers? How we clicking the same thing?
Right.
Nah, man. It's over. That shit is over with right there. It's over with.
Gotcha. We about to close this one, but I got a question for you. This is part 1. We're gonna do a part 2 and a part 3. But this is my last question. Hit that like and subscribe button, y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in to Florida Prison Talk. It's my last question. You said you did a lot of box time, right?
Mm-hmm.
With all that box time you did, was the box having an effect on you mentally? Was it doing something mentally?
Absolutely. In the beginning, when anything, even an animal, you see how when they cage the animals, how after a while it breaks them down, they become docile. You dig? You know what I mean? So imagine engaging a brain. Imagine trying to enclose, shut down what it is, the human psyche. You dig? In the beginning, it was tough. You dig?
Yeah.
But then after you start self-respecting, introspecting, and learning self, none of that could break you. Feel me?
Yeah.
None of that could break you. None of the spitting in the food, none of them not feeding you.
You say none of them spitting in the food?
Oh man, hell yeah, man. Fucking devils, they're nasty.
Damn.
Nasty.
Man. That junk just get me mad hearing about that, man.
Yeah, man. They're nasty motherfuckers, man. There's a county up there where what do you call that? When the mother and the son, what
like incest?
The incest. Franklin County in the state of New York is known for incest. You heard?
Wow.
Guess how many prisons up there?
How many?
7.
Man.
In that county alone. Oh, no, in the immediate area. Franklin County consists of 1, 2, 3, 4 back to back, straight like this, on one ad. On one ad, 4 jails.
Wow.
You can't be serious. And then you got Clinton down the block. Then you got, so, yeah, and then you got those mediums, yeah, man.
Wow.
In a 10-mile radius, you got close to 12 prisons. What? You serious? And we can't see that? Nah, man. Man. And that's the highest level incest in the state of New York, man. Look it up.
Wow.
Man.
I can imagine what them guards came out.
Cross-eyed motherfuckers, big book-eyed, cross-eyed. They came in. They're coming to work, go fucking retarded from the incest. Fuck out of here, man.
Hey, listen, I appreciate y'all tuning in. This part 1. It's Easy Win, Florida Prison Talk, man. Hit that like and subscribe. You got any shout outs, man?
No, man, I'm going to shout out to all them real soldiers out there. Yo, ya tú sabes. Junito, te quiero. Yo, to all my niggas. out there in DR, hold on. And I got to shout out to my bros, to